What's up, guys? Little Jasmy talk going on here. Jasmy up 10.8% on the day, guys. 1 cent 93 again, pressing its way upwards. 3 cents soon enough, guys. Back up to a $951 billion market cap. Looking pretty juicy, guys. Market looks good. BTC 67.7, pulling the alts up with it. Nicely done, nicely done. Let's get into it real quick here, guys. So this is from last month, but we're going to kind of look at it here. TSMC commemorates the inauguration of JASM facility in Kamamoto, Japan. Now we covered this already, but we'll talk about it just briefly here, guys. So stay with me. Big move in the semiconductor industry. TSMC, the global lender in semiconductor manufacturing, has officially opened its first chip fabrication plant in Japan, marking a significant shift as the company diversifies into supply chains amidst the growing U.S.-China tensions. What's happening? A brand new facility has come to life in Kamamoto, Japan, showcasing TSMC's commitment to global expansion and supply chain diversification. This move is not just about expansion, it's a strategic play in the face of escalating trade tensions, ensuring the semiconductor giant remains at the forefront of innovation and supply reliability. With the second plant on the horizon set to begin construction by the end of 2024, Japan is gearing up to strengthen its position in the semiconductor arena, competing with powerhouses like Taiwan and South Korea. Collaboration at its best. The new plant is a product of international cooperation with support from the Japanese government, Sony Semiconductor Solutions, and Denso Corporation, aiming to turbocharge Japan's semiconductor ecosystem. This venture is expected to create over 3,400 high-tech professional jobs, contributing specifically to the local economy and the tech industry. Following the construction of the two fabs, might have been labs, JASM anticipates producing over 100,000 300 wafers monthly. Sorry, lost myself there. At maximum capacity, employing a range of mature processes such as 40nm, 28nm, and 22nm, 16nm, and 12nm, alongside advanced technologies like 7nm and 6nm, according to TSMC. Why it matters. Semiconductors are at the heart of modern technology, powering everything from smartphones to cars to critical infrastructure. TSMC expansion is not just a business move, it's a step towards ensuring the global tech ecosystem remains robust and resilient. Looking ahead, with plans for a $40 billion investment in Arizona for two more manufacturing plants, TSMC is not just diversifying geographically, but also ensuring it meets global demand for semiconductors across various industries, including automotive, industrial, and high performance computing. The bottom line, TSMC strategic expansion into Japan is a clear signal that the semiconductor industry is rapidly evolving. This move not only strengthens global supply chains, but also highlights the importance of international collaboration in driving technical advancement and economic growth. Very, very bullish, guys. And finally, or not finally, sorry, just one more thing after this. All right, what do we got here? So, Jasmy family, for those who were able to buy the dip, great job. But don't worry for those that missed out, because it's crypto. Sooner or later, everything goes back down to a certain degree. Hara, the world is ready for the roadmap. Good job being our CFO. Yes, let's see the roadmap. Let's get it going. And finally, guys, I wanted to address this, okay? And this has been said to me, asked me a few times, I should say, okay? So, got a comment here that says, LOL, 20 cents at max by the end of the year. And I just generally shrug this, because this shrug basically means please do your research into the company you're not making any sense. 20 cents with a lockup. Come on, do some research, right? So the individual responded, and guys, this isn't to disrespect or call out the person or anything like that. Okay, this is so that I can answer what this individual is asking me on video to make sure that I'm being clear with my answer and stuff. That is the purpose behind me doing it on here. Okay, so he asks, or he, she, they ask. I mean, $8 billion market cap is not realistic for this, and no burning has happened, and Binance did not remove the innovation tag yet. Um, it's in kind of an if zone, which means it goes up if the tag is removed, if tokens are locked or burnt. The highest market cap for this till to date is 1.5 billion, so I don't think 60 cents is unrealistic. Please convey your valuable thoughts on my opinion, sir. So, and I'm going to respond to it. And again, guys, he asked respectfully, so that's why I said it's not an attack, right? I'm just answering on video. So understand that, guys. So my response is as follows. First off, um, as far as the innovation zone is concerned, the innovation zone tag, I've done multiple videos explaining why JASMY is in the innovation zone and what they need to do to get out of the innovation zone. So getting out of the innovation zone for multiple reasons is not an if, it's a when, right? And I'll explain. First of all, the reason the JASMY is in the innovation zone is because their layer 2, their product, their PDL, is not yet out to market, right? And I did an entire video breaking this down last week, but I'm just summing it up here. I would encourage you to go back and watch that video for reference in terms of the innovation zone, okay? So their product is not out to market. Now, their product is scheduled to be out to market this month. Now, JASMY is also scheduled to be reevaluated in the innovation zone next month. So, if JASMY gets their product out to market, the PDL and their layer 2 out to market on schedule this month, well, then I have absolutely no doubt that Binance would be then removing JASMY from the innovation zone at that point because they have launched their product, they have their utility out there, they're good to go, right? And saying that, I will piggyback that on the whole, question of will they get delisted? Of course, they will not get delisted from Binance. Binance holds almost 9 billion tokens. Guys, that's again, I've responded to this so many times, it's not even funny either. Why the hell would Binance own almost 9 billion? That's almost a fifth of the supply of the tokens, and then cause the price to plummet due to a delisting from their platform. That is as ignorant as saying that the people that say that Ripple's going to burn their escrow. Why the hell would they throw away billions of dollars? It doesn't make any sense, right? People throw these radical hypotheticals out there that don't make any sense whatsoever, but they word it in a way that they feel that it does make sense. For Binance to delist JASMY would mean that Binance is just throwing money away. Doesn't make sense, right? I don't even know how that's a thing that doesn't connect in people's minds, but I digress, okay? So we've covered the whole innovation zone topic, okay? So now we move into the tokens. He says, if tokens are locked up, he says, or burnt. But first of all, there is no burn. There has never been a burn, a JASMY token burn a thing at all, right? That's not a thing. So we will go right into if they lock up tokens. Well, what I would say is this. JASMY's technology, the JASMY chain, the PDL, the utilization of it, the monetization of your data, this is what you have to understand. The PDL is not just for retail investors to monetize their data, okay? That's not the big money shot for JASMY. The big money shot for the PDL is these big corporations that want to buy the data, right? And how it works is these big companies get to put out surveys, questionnaires, and us as individuals get to go on there and fill out these questionnaires and these questionnaires, whatever, right? We get to go in there and we get paid in Jasmy coin for doing it, right? So to say that there will be zero lockup, zero coins being locked up, well, you have to, not only as a retail investor or someone who's answering these surveys and filling out this information, not only do you have to lock up Jasmy coin to participate, but these corporations who want to enter these surveys and questionnaires and stuff like that, who want the data, they also have to lock up Jasmy coin. So and all those coins get taken out of circulation, right? So for you to say, well, what if there's no lockup? Like the whole what if thing, what if nothing gets locked up? Really, what you're saying is not one single individual retail investor, not one single corporation will participate and utilize the Jasmy's technology. Not one. Because even if one does, they have to lock up tokens to do it. So what you're saying by saying no lockup is nobody's using Jasmy's technology, not a single individual, right? Because it's not optional to lock up Jasmy coin to use the PDL. It's mandatory, right? You see? So that is just half of the lockup. Then we go into the company promising to also do a lockup of their own. Okay, so let's talk about that. Well, we have to go on history there. So if you do a deep dive into the career histories of Ando, Sato, Hara, right? There has never been a scandal, massive failure, or any of them backtracking on any promise or anything commitment that they've made as a company in a company ever. Not at Sony, not anywhere. Okay. In fact, Sato or Ando is actually the president on multiple technology boards in Japan, on top of still running so many companies, being a former head at Sony. So what you would also be saying, in a culture like Japan, who recognizes and holds very high on a pedestal honor, you would have to say that all three of them, Ando, Sato, and Hara, were going back on their word and acting in a dishonorable way when one, honor in business in Japan is priority number one. I just actually read an interview with Sato talking about how they don't like to do these online or over the internet or phone meetings with other companies. They like traditionally to meet face to face with honor, right? And respect. So there's that aspect of it. And then you also have to go into, once again, what would happen to the careers of all three of these gentlemen if they started suddenly and randomly going back on the promises and commitments that they made as a company, right? And thirdly, I would say that, um, again, if you look back in the history, there's nothing in the past to ever point to the fact that there's a possibility that they might lie, right? It's not a thing. They've never done it before, right? Everything that these men have done has been a success, right? Every commitment that they have made, they have lived up to, not only back in Sony and everything like that, but also with Jasmy itself. For the entire time that I have researched this company, every single thing that this company as a team has said that they would do, they have done. Not one thing have they promised and not delivered on. So there is no reason or no basis whatsoever to look at this team and say, well, yeah, but what if they suddenly don't, right? If What I would say in closing is that if you're going to revolve your investment strategies around what ifs in the negative context, you will miss out on so many opportunities out there in crypto. Because realistically, you could say that about literally any crypto out there. You could literally say, like I just heard them talking the other day online, the most ridiculous thing I'd ever heard. They said, well, who I can't remember. Gareth Soloway said, well, for all we know, uh, what's his name? Satoshi could come back out next week and print off 21 million more Bitcoin. We don't know that. That's as stupid as saying, what if the JASMY team just suddenly stops following through on their commitments and their promises, right? Just for no reason whatsoever. They just stopped, right? It's ridiculousness, right? And I would never base my investments based on a worst case scenario, what if hypothetical situation. It's no way to live your investments. It's no way to live your life, right? So that's how I would answer the whole what if question, because I've been asked multiple times about this. Well, what if there's no lockup all of a sudden? What are you basing that off of? Just fear? Like, I don't understand where this question is coming from. Paranoia? Like, the team literally, I covered it 2 days ago. They literally came out in their telegram 2 days ago and backed, doubled up on their promises, stating, and in almost verbatim, said we fully when asked about the lockup, the innovation zone, and the PDL, their exact response was something to the effect of, we have every intention on following through on our promises. So they weren't vague, they weren't evasive, nothing like that, right? Fully committed to the answer. Yes, we plan on still doing everything we said we would do, right? Now, if they thought on March 20th that they were going to have any problem or that they weren't going to follow through on their commitment for the lockup and everything, and they were asked 2 days ago about it nearing the end of the month, don't you think that they would have been a little more vague and a little more evasive about answering the question, as opposed to just directly hitting it head on and saying, we're going to follow through on our commitments, right? The bottom line is this: a team that has never backed out of anything that they said that they would do, never done anything shady in their histories, have a history of success professionally. I give them benefit of the doubt. You don't have to, and you don't have to buy into JASMY. You don't have to invest in it. You don't have to believe in what they'll do. The bottom line is this: they have a plan, and every step of the way, they've stuck to their plan. They've stuck to their roadmaps. So I would advise against investing based on what ifs and a negative connotation, no matter whether you're talking about JASMY or any project, right? Because you're going to miss a lot of opportunity out there with that mindset. So that's what I would say about that, guys. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Help the channel grow. Support JASMY, support us. Click the join button to become a gem hunter, guys. Get in early on microcap gems. You get help with your portfolios. You get help with your exit strategies and taking profits. We do Sundays, members only live streams. You don't want to miss those. We look at a lot of gems in those and stuff. We have a good time. There's about 180 people in there to support you and help you. Join our Discord. Follow me over on X. And once again, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.